Yo, chill out. She's just trying to do her job, asking stupid questions for a stupid company. What do you want to know?
Do you think she has what it takes to
Come on, man. What do you mean, do I think? She wouldn't be standing here if she didn't have what it takes. All right? This is LAX, 5150. All right? Hasta la muerte y después. You can stop a revolutionary, but you can't stop a revolution. Órale! Arriba la raza!
Munga.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Amanda Rodriguez.
Amanda Carolina Rodriguez. He spun out to be a ring announcer.
I have helped him a lot over the years, but this is one area where he's on his own.
Amanda Carolina Rodriguez. JB, I let everyone know earlier that she's Peruvian.
Yes. And Amanda Carolina Rodriguez, otherwise known as ACR, comes to the ring with a whole lot of confidence. And I'll tell you what, we do not know much about either one of these two competitors, but we're going to find out a lot in due time in this matchup. First time meeting between these two. And first time we're going to be seeing her opponent as well on a one-night-only pay-per-view event. She is ACR, Amanda Carolina Rodriguez.
I like what you did there.
ACR set to do battle this week. One night only.
And her opponent, accompanied to the ring by LAX, Diamante.
Homicide and Conan accompanying Diamante down to the ring here for this Knockouts matchup. Diamante on the Knockouts roster, and as JB alluded to, we don't know too much about her. She doesn't really get too close to anybody, does Diamante, and they hang out in the little LAX area, a little clubhouse that they have. I don't know, they probably don't call it a clubhouse. I do. I had a clubhouse when I was a kid.
Very different business transactions, I think, going on there between your clubhouse and what LAX is up to.
I was selling lemonade.
Well, I think we know that from what we can tell. LAX, with this newcomer to the Impact roster in Diamante, has turned up the violence a notch or two since their arrival. Competition, ruthless.
Who's your favorite member of LAX?
Well, I got to go with the Don himself, Conan. This guy has been a trailblazer in the industry everywhere he has gone. In some ways, he is looked upon as a leader. In similar ways, how you would say almost the Godfather in some ways.
You know the man, Conan, he forced me to be on his podcast? He literally forced me.
Yeah.
Keeping it 100.
Yeah, he didn't ask you. He just
No.
said, here's the number.
Yes.
Call in at this point.
And I did.
Yeah.
I did a 25-minute
You know why?
interview.
Because you don't want to know what happened if you didn't.
Yes, exactly. So
It's amazing what you can get done with intimidation.
yeah, I try it all the time. Doesn't really work for me. So Amanda Carolina Rodriguez, I'm going to go with ACR, it's easier, and Diamante, and then how intimidating is it to look over and see Conan and Homicide on the outside?
No, thank you. No, thank you. I mean, we thought Davey Richards being out here was a little intimidating. Think again. Diamante now is, say, outsized by ACR. We're going to see if that strength is there in terms of a little taller. Looks to have a little bit more power behind her. But I dare say Diamante has the type of fire, the type of attitude that made her appealing to LAX, and that's usually not a good thing in terms of your opponent of Diamante.
What do you say? What do you say?
We'll see who will join now. Leva Bates and Angelina Love in the 8 Knockouts main event, a tag team matchup that'll take place. Still no word on Rachel Ellering, but we've seen one potential knockout defeat one knockout already in Leva Bates over Ali with the assist from Sienna. And now we have Diamante and ACR going at it. I'm going to give the edge, JB, to the knockout Diamante in this one.
Well, you have to wonder And I hope they don't get involved, obviously, but the intimidation factor of having Homicide and Konnan out there ringside, making up two of the most dangerous factions, in Impact Wrestling history in LAX. The very fact those two are out there alone is intimidating. And look at this great arm work by Diamante on ACR, wrenching down on that arm.
And then you're going to see some hand manipulation here from Diamante. Ooh, finger.
Ow.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I don't think those red leather gloves are going to help ACR here, who's showing some athleticism of her own. Nice reversal there by ACR.
Takes down Diamante now. Third man in, referee Earl Hebner.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
Doesn't take much in the way of, shenanigans. Not really up for it.
Earl's not going to stand for that stuff. And
all business.
he will get in the face of Konnan or Homicide if they get involved in this match. It's just the kind of guy Earl is.
Well, Earl knows he's got the back of TNA Impact Management.
Let's go.
Oh!
And they'll stand behind him whatever decision he makes, but very difficult predicament right now. ACR thrown to the ropes, and Diamante now, check this out.
Oh, here we go. Nice monkey flip out of the turnbuckle there by Diamante. Nice deep arm drag. Staying one step ahead of ACR here. Diamante certainly relying on her speed advantage and agility advantage over ACR. Referee Earl Hebner almost insulted Earl there. And now a head scissors by ACR, and she's got Diamante where she wants her. I don't know if you're going to get Diamante to tap out or submit here, but take the oxygen away, and you never know what's going to happen. That's why you go for potential submission maneuvers. Here we go. Another boot there by ACR. This has been quite the matchup.
Well, you have to wonder right now if Amanda Carolina Rodriguez isn't looking over at Konnan and Homicide and saying, maybe I should have been in LAX.
That'd be interesting.
When we take a look at the competition amongst the knockouts, this is going to throw a very interesting wrench into the toolbox of the knockouts, because the very simple fact, the level of dangerous activity goes up anywhere you've got LAX around.
Cover and a kick out by Diamante. ACR took a little bit of time there. She went back into the turnbuckle and allowed Diamante to kick out. Now another submission maneuver here by ACR. She's trying to, it's like a full Nelson with her legs. Diamante is trapped and locked up. And this is the best way to try to counter here. You get her stacked up on her shoulders. If Diamante, if she could roll all the way back. But ACR is completely in control here. Control the head, control the body, JB.
Well, it's a great application of that submission maneuver. We're going to find out if, she really has a unique approach in there.
Nice counter by Diamante into a single leg Boston Crab. Real deep single leg here as Konnan and Homicide look on from ringside.
You know, I've been fortunate enough or unfortunate enough to be assigned the duty of documenting some of the activities of the Latin American Exchange in this clubhouse, and I dare say I now know what it's like to probably work for a place like Vice or a place that goes into maybe some unsavory areas and exposes the true nature of what goes on. That's what that's like.
Right now, it's almost like Diamante can't escape her own vice that has become ACR, Amanda Carolina Rodriguez, the Peruvian, with the snap suplex there. And looking perhaps for another one. There we go. Perhaps 3 in a row.
And I'll tell you what, you can hear Konnan and Homicide vocally voicing their displeasure.
Now floats over to the cover and a kick out. Oh, the Three Amigos cover yet again and another kick out. Those 3 suplexes are symbolic. Oh!
And something, oh wow, look at these. Just ground and down, ground and pound.
Yes. That's some ground and pound right there from ACR and Diamante. I don't know how much more she can take.
Well, this is certainly an interesting situation for Diamante with Konnan out there and Homicide, who will not. This is one man you don't want to mess with Homicide. The most dangerous, I dare say. We talk about Konnan being the Don. Homicide, I think, is the most dangerous guy out there. Taking nothing away from Diamante, but if history is any indication, what he's done, well, raised the level of violence to new extremes.
I don't know why ACR decided to go over there and try to mess with the LAX. That's about the last thing you want to do. And
we talked about that confidence level, and you have to wonder if now she's feeling that after several minutes in the ring with Diamante.
Perhaps.
And tossing her around like a rag doll.
Here, Homicide. Oh boy.
That's one thing you don't want to do. Homicide knows there's nothing he can do, and she knows that as well.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Diamante firing back on all cylinders.
She's got her all the way to the other side of the 6-sided ring.
And now just taking her apart, but met with a knee.
Back and forth they go. Potential knockout Amanda Carolina Rodriguez and knockout Diamante competing here at Knockouts Victory Road 2017.
Homicide wants to get tagged in. I mean, please, come on. Maybe he's just saying you got to get to the ropes, pull yourself up, get it together.
Meanwhile, referee Earl Hebner's at a count of 6. If he gets to 10, we're going to have a draw. Neither of these, either potential knockout or knockout, will earn the victory.
Right out of the gate now, both to their feet. What a right hand. Answered with her own right of her own.
Forearm after forearm.
Quite an exchange here between ACR and Diamante.
Oh.
There. Boot to the side of the head. Both go down. Here comes a cover.
Diamante's in trouble, and ACR was that close to a victory. What a match. What a night.
So far, so good. I'll tell you what. We have some great matchups yet to come. Can't wait to see what's going to happen when Rosemary gets out here. Right now, a kick to the midsection. Diamante. Oh, wow.
Cover, shoulders down, and she got her.
Your winner of the match, Diamante.
So Diamante with the victory. Diamante will move on to the 8 Knockouts Tag Team main event here at one night only. Knockouts Victory Road. I like Diamante. I love the LAX. They never want to talk to me about it. You think ACR is going to get a contract, JB?
Anything is possible.
I don't.
Diamante victorious.
Oh, lucky little MJ. Tonight has won a dance with a demon. Do you think you're up to the challenge, Tiger? Because we promise you, the death dealers are never alone. And everything in this world, one way or another, comes to decay. Decay. Decay!
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, MJ Jenkins.
3 of the 8 have already advanced to the main events. Angelina Love, Leva Bates, and Diamante will all be competing in their 8 knockouts main event tag team match tonight. So you have one potential knockout on that match card already with Leva Bates, so an opportunity for Leva to show off some more, but an opportunity right now for MJ Jenkins. It's going to be a tough out for MJ to go one-on-one with Rosemary, but you got to take your reps where you get them, JB, and MJ has an opportunity here against the Diabolical Temptress.
And her opponent, accompanied to the ring by Decay, Rosemary.
Crazy Steve out there representing Decay. Rosemary. What can be said about Rosemary that hasn't been said about any villains in horror movies of a female nature? This is a woman that is on a different level. This is a woman with a different mentality, a different approach.
Look at her.
This is not the girl you want to bring home to mom.
She's got Death Dealer written across her stomach. But she has that factor, that element, that mind game manipulation. Rosemary has that from the moment that the music of Decay starts. And when you see Rosemary and she comes out, this isn't somebody that you want to trifle with.
I wouldn't imagine so, no. Crazy Steve by her side. And I'll tell you what, we learned a little bit about her opponent, MJ Jenkins, earlier in the broadcast. What an inspirational story.
Do tell.
Well, that, take into account the level she went through to get here. Literally jumped on a bus, said, I don't care what it takes, I will get myself to this event, right?
Okay.
Shows up, impresses already. Out of the gate, everybody loves a good story of sacrifice.
She took a bus to get here?
She said, don't fly me, I'm taking a bus to get there. I'm going to get there any way I can.
My travel conversation goes a little bit differently than that.
Your travel conversation goes, if you put me in a middle seat, even if it is in first class, we got heat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not everybody has your charmed life, John.
I guess good for MJ Jenkins. I mean, we would have flown her here.
Listen, I'll tell you what, MJ Jenkins has a different approach. Very humble. She wants to work for every single thing she achieves. And let me ask you this.
Okay.
When people put out things on Facebook or, hey, someday I'm going to do this, someday I'm going to do this, and they never do it, right? That drives you nuts, right?
Uh-huh.
MJ Jenkins posted before this event took place a very interesting message on Facebook I'll tell you about in just a moment. Crazy Steve with the microphone.
Oh, MJ, is it? Oh my, are you not in an envious position tonight? It would appear that the age of shadow has fallen down around you, and standing before you is the demon assassin of the Knockouts division, Rosemary. Standing before you is the never-ending nightmare of Impact Wrestling, the Death Dealer's Decay. Now, out of the kindness of our hearts, we're going to give you a choice. You can either fight and fail, or you could join us. And together, we can spread our sickness like a plague. But keep in mind, every action has a reaction. The only difference between medicine and poison is the dosage. Will we be your medicine? Or will we be your poison?
Should I join you or should I not? Join. You see, I don't need to sell my soul to any of you sick freaks. Yeah, you and her. And MJ Jenkins, honey, she rides solo. And she rides with all of these fans here. So you can take your dosage and shove it.
Oh, and Rosemary from behind to MJ Jenkins. Rosemary will look to make quick work. So, JB, if you were going to tell us a story about MJ Jenkins, now's probably the time.
Well, certainly saw an opportunity and knew that if you want to dream, you got to dream, you got to chase it, you got to work for it. And she came in, she tweeted, she posted this on her Facebook page as well. She said, I told myself last year I will be at the next Knockouts one night only pay-per-view event. She said, my goal became my plan, my plans became my actions. Think it, do it, achieve it. Hashtag make Impact great. Congratulations. Now, the question is, she got herself here.
I don't like her.
You hate messages of inspiration.
That's my personal opinion. It's okay. Go on. Were you going to say something else about it?
No, I'm just wondering if you have any compassion for the journey, you know, the road. That's the story.
Well, where'd you take a bus from?
New York.
From New York?
New York. Wait a minute. Look at this. Ooh.
Springboard back elbow there by MJ Jenkins. Well, she might have a little bit of bus lag. See, she didn't think about that, did she? She didn't think about having, being tired and could have flown here, been here in an hour.
Listen, if you go with this approach, I always think this endears yourself. You said, all right, if you don't think I belong here, you don't think I have this opportunity, let me show you how much I want it. Let me show you what I will do, the lengths I will go to, the distances I will drive to show up just for an opportunity.
Speaking of driving, I tweeted recently, did you know that one time during a blizzard, myself and some fellow announcers jumped in a car and drove 2 days from New York to Indianapolis. True story.
Meanwhile,
Rosemary took a trip all the way around the ring.
All the way around the ring.
And took it to MJ Jenkins. MJ in the blue and black. I like her ring gear. And Rosemary gets the assist from Crazy Steve. And you don't want to be on the outside of the ring with Rosemary.
Well, especially Crazy Steve on the outside there as well. This guy is certifiably maniacal. As is Rosemary.
And now Rosemary goes for a cover. Nope, doesn't go for a cover. Let me ask you this. All kidding aside, I think that's great that this girl took the bus and all that stuff. She gets in the ring and she finds out her opponent is Rosemary. Is there any sort of inspiration that you can draw from being in the ring with this lethal knockout?
If I found out, as I said earlier, my opponent was Rosemary and what I said in the ring, I would get in a bus and drive 22 hours the other way.
Yeah, that's a good point.
There is no way anybody would want to be in the ring with Rosemary. And look at that. Wow.
Smooth. Pair of drop kicks by MJ Jenkins and
what in the
boy.
world? Like, was that out of Poltergeist?
That was something else. She's possessed, is Rosemary. This is our fourth contest. Rosemary goes for the cover, trying to put away MJ Jenkins. The field is getting completed for our 8 knockouts main event. We don't know anything about what the status of Rachel Ellering is, and no one has been offered a contract yet. I heard that there's some discussions going on backstage between Impact officials and Leva Bates, but they want to see how she does in the main event.
She'll have another opportunity to come on out, but we do know there are blank contracts just sitting there waiting to be signed, waiting to be offered, waiting for opportunities to be given, and look at this. Here's an opportunity to think about what you're really in there with when you see a move like this.
Now, like a reverse tarantula, it's illegal, but damage done to MJ Jenkins courtesy of Rosemary.
Well, you're essentially using the ropes as the foreign object.
Yeah, you can't. You saw referee Brian Hebner was right there counting, but Rosemary, she's smart. She knew she had 5 seconds.
Make her suffer. Make her suffer.
One of my favorite events of the year, JB. Knockouts, competing. This is Victory Road 2017. All knockouts, and look at MJ Jenkins with a springboard off the second, and a kick out by Rosemary.
You know, I always like giving you the hot dish, the hot news, the inside scoop, the scuttlebutt.
Yeah.
Well, Gail Kim, Hall of Fame, TNA knockout. Saw MJ Jenkins and said, you know what, I think I can open the doors for you.
That's how it all came about?
She said, yes, she just said, I don't want anything handed to me.
Wow. Did you see her competing at a show or something?
Absolutely. Gail and I attended a show in Florida not too long ago.
And MJ competed?
She certainly did.
Did she win?
She certainly did. But it's a different situation this time around.
Yep, buddy.
She is in the ring with a woman who knows what it's like to taste that championship gold, the Knockouts champion. She's been there before. Rosemary has had that championship.
You need to fight through this.
Listen to Crazy Steve barking orders and instructions at Rosemary.
Everybody needs a coach. Everybody needs encouragement, but
we've seen a lot of cast of characters ringside. Davey Richards was out here earlier, and Sienna came down during the match with Leva and Ali, and then the LAX.
Well, I'll tell you what, everybody that's been at ringside tonight has been pretty dangerous.
Crazy Steve, maybe chief among them, and MJ misses wildly, but not with the backhand.
Ready to get the crowd fired up. Get the crowd on her side. Uses that for momentum, helps her get that adrenaline rush.
MJ lands on the apron. Oh, big shot to midsection of Rosemary. And MJ looking to fly. Look at this. Oh, those ropes get slippery. Now MJ Jenkins going to try this again. There we go.
Great recovery. And stuck with her guns. Followed through. Didn't change her plan.
No, we've seen some matches so far, and those ropes, they get slick.
Boy, they certainly do.
And MJ Jenkins, she's still confident. Wow!
Springboard from the top to the floor. And that is a very dangerous, high-impact move.
Yeah, and very wisely, MJ gets Rosemary back in the ring. She had some issues with her on the outside earlier. You want to keep Rosemary in the ring, away from the Sharks, away from the Shark that is Crazy Steve out there, and everything that Rosemary can do.
Well, MJ's at the top right now. High-risk maneuver.
Whoa!
Wow! Went right over the top with a blockbuster in the cover.
Got her down, and a near fall there for MJ Jenkins on Rosemary. It would be a huge upset, in my opinion. I think a lot of people's opinions if MJ Jenkins can win this match. Rosemary hanging on to referee Brian Hebner. Perhaps trying to bide some time here. And there's Crazy Steve.
Oh, come on. Ridiculous. Referee Brian Hebner distracted by Rosemary on the outside.
Oh!
Come on. Where did that come from?
Green mist to the eyes. And a victory for Rosemary.
Wow. Your winner of the match, Rosemary.
Credit the assist to Crazy Steve with the yellow mist. That's the mist of transformation to the eyes of MJ Jenkins.
Well, make no mistake about it, Impact Wrestling officials have to look at this situation and go, okay, she was not victorious, and I'm talking about MJ Jenkins, but she hung in there and took the fight. Look at this. Almost like she's rising from the dead.
Rosemary is something else. And this was that reverse tarantula in the rope she had to break. And just blockbuster there by MJ Jenkins, who kept fighting, but the yellow mist, you know, that'll blind you and got just a nasty situation and a victory for Rosemary.
Rosemary and Crazy Steve victorious in this matchup, and certainly now with Rosemary advancing to our main event, this matchup tonight. This main event shaping up to be a very competitive battle between the winners.
Certainly interesting night here at One Night Only. My guest now at this time, she's already made her entrance, is Sienna. Hi, Sienna.
Why am I here?
Tonight you're facing Alicia, but after tonight, do you want to be Knockouts champ for the second time? Is that your end goal?
Do I want to be Knockouts champ? Do I want, no, McKenna. I don't want to be Knockouts champion. I would just like to stay at the bottom of the barrel with everyone else. Are you stupid? Who hired you? Just get out of my way. You're wasting my time. Go. Alexia, Lexis, Alicia. That's what she said, Alicia. That's my opponent tonight. I don't know what you know about me, sweetheart, but you gonna learn today. I hope you did your research. You are in for the classiest ride of your life.
Classic.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Alicia!
Told everyone earlier that Alicia Edwards is the wife of former world champion Eddie Edwards. She has been competing, training to compete to be a knockout, so now a tremendous opportunity here at One Night Only. So we'll see what Alicia Edwards can do here against Sienna. Remember, Sienna's a former Knockouts champion. So this is going to be a tough test for Alicia Edwards, but she's fiery. She's a competitor, and she's been trained and ready to go, and I'm sure that her husband, Eddie Edwards, has been preparing her and telling her what it's like to compete in the impact zone.
And her opponent, making her way to the ring, Sienna!
Sienna's a former Knockouts champion. Keep that in mind. She will look to overpower Alicia Edwards. When you look at these two just on paper, and when you look at them when they get in the ring together, you're going to see that Sienna has an incredible size advantage and a power advantage over Alicia Edwards. But doesn't mean Alicia Edwards doesn't have a chance. She's got to stick and move in there with Sienna.
Al, the fans showing a little support there. Pinkies up for Sienna, who certainly changed the very face of the Knockouts division as we know it once Maria had an issue.
Nervous breakdown, huh?
I don't know that. I mean, it depends who you ask.
That's what Sienna says.
Do you believe every word she says?
I don't have any reason not to believe her.
All right. I'm not questioning it. I'm not doubting it. I'm just saying.
What do you think happened?
I have absolutely no idea what happened. I do know that she is in the ring with Alicia, a woman who has shown so much fight, so much fire, has not stood up, or has stood up rather, to the nonsense of Angelina Love in dealing with this situation between Eddie Edwards and Davey Richards.
Yeah, and again, it's standing up for her husband, it's standing up for her man, and I think that Alicia's done the right thing in that regard, and she's got, knocked around and beaten up by Angelina Love, but here she is at One Night Only, Knockouts Victory Road 2017. Alicia Edwards in the emerald green. I like her chances. I like her. I think she's spunky.
Well, don't forget, Impact officials standing by backstage. And they let me know ahead of time, be warned, we could come out at any moment.
They told me to.
Who told you?
Put her there, pal.
I spoke to 3 or 4 different officials.
I don't like that to be true.
I don't trust her.
Well, name names.
Don't trust Sienna. DTS. She's not, JB, is not going well.
Hand is extended, but Alicia knows better.
She should know better.
After dealing with Angelina Love, are you kidding me?
I'm a classy lady, right?
Well, Sienna says that she's classy. She's from Detroit. A lot of classy people from Detroit. She does have her pinky up.
What does that have to do with anything?
It's classy.
I have the pinky.
Oh, you should. Okay. Oh.
There you go.
I stand corrected.
See?
Just when you think you know somebody.
Not so bad.
They do something and totally change their opinion.
Pinky's up.
Your opinion of them, yes.
My pinky's up right now.
Wait a minute, not so fast. Sienna goes right after Alicia.
Alicia Edwards again, fiery, spunky, fired up. Looking to compete here, looking to make an impact.
I'll tell you what, I would not want to be Sienna in there with a woman who's not real happy with things right now. Alicia, in the way this started off.
No, and for the potential knockouts, JB, wow, nice press. It hasn't been, we've only got one potential knockout in the main event. Otherwise, it's a clean sweep for the knockouts thus far. Angelina's in, Diamante's in, Rosemary's in, and then Leva is the only potential knockout in the main event tonight. Big move.
Did you see the force that Alicia went into that corner turnbuckle face first? Courtesy of Sienna.
Torque. She went in there and just nice drop toe hold by Alicia Edwards. You like the ring gear of Alicia?
Well, I'll tell you what, she went straight in there. Yeah, I do, absolutely. And I'll tell you what, one thing that we know.
Cover, and a kick out.
Make no mistake about it, the very fact that she has a great competitor like Eddie Edwards as her husband, you're around greatness continuously when it comes to your...
My wife feels the same way about me. I give her instructions all the time about how to compete inside the ring.
Things there's a lot of things that are absurd come out of your mouth. Wow, to the second rope now.
Sienna is trying to stop the offense of Alicia Edwards, and look at this. Whoa!
What? Come on!
Wow! Alicia Edwards might not get up.
I mean, referee might just want to call for the bell after that. A terrible landing, showing absolutely no regard. And you see Alicia's not even moving.
No, referee Brian Stiffer, has started his count. Alicia's just starting to stir. I don't know if she'll get back into this match. Sienna may win the count out.
There was a time in this great industry where that would have been an automatic disqualification. Over the top rope.
I remember those days. Couldn't do it.
Now things quite differently. An approach with Sienna throwing complete disregard, showing no regard for Alicia or her ability to compete on an even playing field in this matchup, and right out of the gate. Showing some viciousness.
Yeah, this is where Sienna's so dangerous. On the outside, where she can just unleash her power. And I thought that Alicia Edwards came in with a great game plan. She tried to stick and move and fly around the ring, but eventually she got caught and swatted down by Sienna. Sienna's already made an appearance here. She cost Allie a match against Leva Bates. That's why we have one potential knockout in the main event.
Well, one thing we've seen from the knockouts here this evening, they're bringing it.
Cover. You're not going to pin Alicia Edwards like that.
You get a kick out at one?
You're going to kick out at one? She's talking smack. She's going in full force. Putting the boots to Alicia. Now look at that. Relentless. Wow.
Hey, don't tell me what's going on.
Well, she says she's classy, JB.
I beg to differ.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this.
Can I tell you a story about this maniac in the ring with Alicia?
What's the story?
Well, I mean, she recently did something I thought was pretty noble, right? She competed in an event in Detroit.
Okay.
Wow, look at this. Just wrenching back on the neck. Come on, referee, break the move.
You should probably count faster. She's going to die.
Well said.
I would not want to be in the ring with Sienna. And a cover.
So Sienna does one of these runs for charity where she runs around the lake of Lake Michigan.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's in her, I think it's called an undie run. It's for charity.
Okay.
Right? And so I won't say that I did not donate, because I did donate, but it was pretty, I'm going to say it was a shakedown.
Thank you.
I don't mind giving to charity. I'll do it all day long.
But she forced you into it.
I'm going to say it was a bit of a shakedown.
Sort of like me being on Conan's podcast.
Yeah, but that really was not for charity.
No.
As much of a charity case as you may be.
Conan's money. I mean, so did she corner you?
Yeah.
And she said, give me money?
Not in those, I mean, with some colorful language, yeah. Throw some colorful language in there, and I couldn't wait to give her the greenbacks. Get out of my way, get out of here. Please. Look at this, that pinky now. Had it, now just right across the back, and down goes Alicia again. Right over the top. I'd explain her, I'm happy to give money to your charity, but, you know, please and thank you would be fine.
No.
No.
Sienna's in complete control right now. She can do whatever she wants against Alicia Edwards.
And not only that, but she takes a good amount of time and showboating to these fans. Oh, did you see that? Open hand, right slap. Ooh. And just like that, Sienna, with that strength, just tosses Alicia to the floor and follows up with some boots, and now right hands to the face of Alicia.
This is just a beatdown. Sienna is firmly in control.
Wash your hair.
JB, if you're Alicia, how do you get back in there? Do you offer some money?
I don't know. Oh, I certainly don't have the answers. If I'm Alicia right now, I'm wondering maybe if this wasn't a good decision. Competing here.
Come on, Alicia.
And she just wants an opportunity to be a knockout. That's it. That's all she's looking for.
You know, we've talked about the bad luck of the draw, and I guess for Alicia, she got maybe one of the worst potential matchups for her. But if you're going to be on the roster, eventually you're going to run into Sienna.
Well, I dare say this is baptism by fire tonight with Alicia in there with Sienna.
Sienna is classy, though.
Please, detail.
But I mean, she's highfalutin. She drinks out of champagne flutes all the time, even if it's not champagne.
Sure. Oh wow, coming in full steam ahead. No, Alicia stops.
She takes Uber Black.
What?
She takes the Uber Black car as opposed to just regular Uber. Classy.
I don't mind the Toyota Corolla. I'll do it. Please.
I mean, I'm talking about Sienna.
I know. You're making the case for her being a classy lady when in reality I think she's just, wow, not a very good human being.
That's a big clothesline by Alicia, able to take down Sienna with a couple of clotheslines, a lot of power behind those. And a running bulldog, and a cover, and hooks the outside leg, and a kick out at 2.
Great to see Alicia seeing signs of life, showing signs of life in this matchup. Who would better than the wrong end of the brunt of the offense from Sienna from the bell.
It's been a beatdown. And look at Sienna, perhaps looking for the AK-47, counter by Alicia Edwards, looking for a famouser perhaps. She's got her down, outside leg is hooked, and Alicia almost stole one.
I'll tell you what a comeback that would have been for Alicia to finish off Sienna after taking the majority of the opening moments of this matchup. Sienna's offense. Oh, wow. That will stop you in your tracks.
And now Sienna gonna look to put away Alicia Edwards once and for all.
Wait a minute.
Wait, it's Allie.
We saw what happened earlier. Sienna came down and cost Allie the matchup, and now Allie back out. Alicia.
She's got her. Sienna stacked up. Huge upset.
Your winner of the match, Alicia!
Amazing to see a little bit of poetic justice here. Wow. Allie just comes down, distracts Sienna, and certainly you can't say she didn't have it coming, but look at this. Look at the punishment. We saw that earlier. Sienna just dropping Alicia down. It was Allie coming down, distracting Sienna, enabling Alicia to get the pin and the win in this hard-fought knockouts battle.
You have to congratulate Alicia Edwards. She's moving on. She's defeated Sienna. We got plenty more to come, folks.
A lot of energy back here in the Impact Zone at One Night Only. Up next, a match you won't want to miss. Santana Garrett versus Brandi Rhodes. Joining me now is Brandi Rhodes. Welcome.
What's going on?
I have to ask you, you're relatively new to the Knockouts division. What's going through your head tonight?
Well, as you know, I am one of the newest Knockouts. I'm very excited to be here, but I've never had a singles match yet. And with things that have been going on with some other people on the roster, I haven't exactly gotten a chance to focus hard on my wrestling. So I am really looking forward to tonight. This is my first singles match ever. So this is going to be great. I have a lot to prove. I worked very hard to get here to the division. So I really want to shine. I want to show my best and really just give it my all tonight. That's what I'm going to do.
You're facing Santana. Do you think she has what it takes to be a knockout?
Santana is an interesting opponent for me because I have actually trained under Santana a little bit. So I feel like I know her strengths and her weaknesses, but she knows the same thing about me. So that means I definitely have to be on my A game. She will know what I'm thinking every minute when I'm in the ring. And hopefully I know everything she's thinking. But one thing's for sure, I'm not going to make this easy on her. So sweet little Brandi that she knows, she best forget her for tonight.
It's going to be a great match. Thanks for speaking with me.
Thank you.
More action to go.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Santana Garrett.
Santana Garrett once upon a time competed here. Her name was Brittany. And I was a fan when I first started here in Impact, and I watched her, and she decided to test the waters, as some people do. But she's back now, and she's looking for an opportunity, and she's going to have a tough test here against Brandi Rhodes.
I'm a big fan of Santana Garrett. How can you not love that smile? Brings joy, brings excitement, brings a lot of fans with her as far as her following goes, and has made a real impact worldwide. Been over to Japan several times, competed all over this great nation and around the world. Santana Garrett looking to get into action with a tough opponent. Coming up here on this great knockouts event.
Santana Garrett, she fancies herself a superhero. Looks like one.
And her opponent, making her way to the ring, Brandi Rhodes.
Brandi Rhodes, so accomplished in her young life, and she has aspirations of doing all sorts of different things. She does voiceovers. She's got a degree in, I believe, journalism.
Broadcast journalism.
Yeah.
Yes.
She can take our jobs.
Well, and she went to a much I mean, I have the same thing, but she went to a much better college.
She went to Michigan, at Ann Arbor, and then I believe Miami as well, right?
University of Miami. A master's degree. How about this? I like the fact that not only is she, you just look at the accolades, you just look at her career, and this is a girl that makes things happen. This is a woman who does things, who is very active, sets goals, achieves them, and moves on to the next one. And you take a look, a woman who has competed on a professional level in figure skating for 17 years of her life, so she knows what competition is all about. And she knows what it's like to be in there with the best. Obviously, Cody, her husband, showing her the ropes, and it's interesting to look at the knockouts who we have on this show that are affiliated in one way, shape, or form with a male member of the Impact roster.
Hey, put us all together, and that's sort of how it plays
I wasn't
out.
talking about you.
I was talking about the whole.
You're a different case unto itself.
Just everything in general. Brandi Rhodes is, of course, a knockout. Santana Garrett. This, to me, almost an even match because Brandi Rhodes, she's new at being a knockout. You know, she hasn't had a whole lot of singles matches. She had won a couple of not too long ago on Impact, and Cody said, "No, you're not going to compete. This company's no longer going to pimp the name of Rhodes."
Well, Obviously, Cody giving the green light for this matchup.
Yes. I talked to Cody a little while ago.
What did he say?
Too sweet. Too sweet.
Oh, come on. He denied you
I don't
no
know.
sweet.
He didn't
the
see,
too
he didn't
sweet.
see me.
It was no sweet in your case.
He didn't see.
What do you mean he didn't see you? It ended up being a huge internet gif.
We tweeted. I texted him the other day and I said, "What happened?" He said, "I didn't see it." So
yeah, the week before he almost threw you to the ground.
He didn't know it was me. He thought it was Pope because I was on the other side of the table.
He confused you for Pope.
Yeah, because he was in a rage and he said, "Why are you trying to cause issues?"
I'm not. I'm just asking.
Me and Cody. I mean, he just didn't see me when we did Too Sweet.
Well, you just pulled that up on your phone so I could see it. Thank you. I was right there. I saw
Watch,
it.
I Too Sweeted him on the back.
Yeah.
Right there. Santana Garrett and Brandy Rhodes, they don't even know what we're doing over here, talking about Too Sweet. They're trying to win a match. Nice standing switch by Santana Garrett. School girl stack. They're up. Pretty good job. Who do you like in this match?
Well, I'll tell you what. Cody has trained Brandy Rhodes and has shared everything he knows, and is certainly, if you ever want a teacher, if you ever want somebody to show you the ropes, there is no better than a person from that family, that legacy, that lineage. However, I will say Santana Garrett has the experience and has been in the six-sided ring before. In fact, has been in there more times than Brandy has.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
You didn't say that at all.
Well, I alluded to it. Do you like the ring gear of Santana Garrett? Do you like the tassels?
I said a little superhero-esque, which I'm liking. I like the whole. Both of these competitors are fantastic.
Well, somebody's got to win, and I'm gonna go. So okay, look here. So far in our main event, we got Angelina, Leva, Diamante. Nice cover here, and a kick out, and another one by Brandy Rhodes and a kick out. Rosemary and Alicia. So another cover by Santana, and another kick out. So 2 potential knockouts and 3 knockouts. Oklahoma roll, nope. Look at this hand fighting.
What is going on? Ripping. Oh, wait a minute. Great
Shoulders
move.
down again and another kick out. Great back and forth action. And no, almost had her that time. Somebody might get caught here. Shoulders down yet again.
And Santana there looking with the confidence, going, okay, I see what you got. I see what I'm in there with. Shaking the hands. Good. Keep it classy. Keep it on the up and up. Let's keep it competitive. Let's see who the better athlete is. I like that.
Test strength. All right. It's been even thus far, I think, between these two.
Wondering if that nice smile of Santana's will somehow turn upside down. Maybe this patience or maybe this level of competition, you know, it only goes so far. It only stays friendly for so long, and then the frustration usually starts to set in.
And now Brandy trying to get the better of Santana Garrett. Santana with a nice bridge, and that takes a lot of strength.
Lower back strength for Santana Garrett, really unprecedented. Spends a lot of time in the gym, it shows. It has its effects.
And Brandy lands on her feet, and these two are basically, I mean, they're about even. Any way you slice it, about the same height.
Well, the question is, will somebody take a shortcut? It's been on the up and up so far. It's been very competitive.
I would. I'd pull somebody's hair.
Evenly matched so far.
I thought we were going to get a suplex out of this, and we do, and a bridge, shoulders down, and a kick out at 2. And again, the hands are still locked.
And both down on the ground now. And look at this. Brandy Rhodes looking around going, all right, I got this.
Neither knockout or potential knockout has the advantage right now. This has been a great back and forth match. Nice big knee there by Brandy, who's looking a little more tense at the moment. Leapfrog stands right in place, and then another knee. Now a quick cover by Brandy Rhodes and a kick out at 2.
Well, Santana Garrett has always had that factor, that it factor in the ring. There's no question about it. Brandy Rhodes, now relatively new to the Impact Wrestling roster. Every time out, you can tell there's just a little bit more improvement with every showing.
What's going to happen in this matchup, and who will go on to compete in the main event, the 8 Knockouts Tag Team matchup that we have been waiting for? Will someone earn a contract? Will more than one person earn a contract? Will Rachel Ellering be able to compete?
I certainly hope so. Rachel Ellering is a fantastic competitor, and really, talk about taking away someone's opportunity. Laurel Van Ness did that earlier this evening. I hope we can get a word. I hope Rachel Ellering will be able to compete, because that really was a tough way to start this night for this young prospect. We'll hopefully have word on Rachel Ellering momentarily. Back in the ring, Brandi Rhodes looking to get out of this move. Santana Garrett, the more experienced of the two.
And nice deep arm drag by Santana. She's able to control Brandi Rhodes momentarily. We've seen some great action thus far. Thinking all the way back to how the night started, I thought Casey Quinn did really well. She came up a little bit short against Angelina Love. Leva Bates, one of her different personas and characters, she had a great outing. She actually won her match against Allie, thanks to Sienna. Sienna would lose her match to Alicia, thanks to Allie, so turnabout fair play. Diamante defeated ACR, and Rosemary with the win over MJ Jenkins. Santana looking to join that list of victors, and Brandi kicks out at 2. So really, and then we're going to find out who's going to be on which teams in the main event. So a little different than past Knockouts, Knockdown pay-per-views over the years, JB. Usually we see, you know, a gauntlet, and that's not the case this year. A little different.
Well, a little different, and a little different in the fact that we know, and we've been told, that at any moment a Impact official will come out here and sign one of these potential knockouts on the spot. The question
Who's
is,
that official going to be? Do you know?
I don't. Well, it could be one of 3 people.
Okay. I hope it's not the one.
Which one?
I don't want to say.
Do you have a problem with somebody?
Well, I don't want to say.
Karen Jarrett?
It's not her, is it?
Oh, boy. All right. We will see. But we
let's
do
just
know
play
at
it
any
out.
moment she can come out here.
So
or
it is going to be her.
Any of the officials that have been given the power say, yes, you can be the next member of the Impact Wrestling Knockouts roster.
I wonder if I mean, maybe I could do it.
You could be
I could just get in the ring right now and give Santana Garrett a contract.
I don't know. She would certainly deserve it.
Ooh.
I wouldn't second guess you.
Give Brian Hebner a pink slip.
Ooh. Big right delivered. And now Brandi fighting back.
Ooh, big shot there by Brandi Rhodes in a pair of boots, and both females are down. Fans in the Impact Zone trying to get behind Brandi Rhodes. It's been, to your point from earlier, this match has been on the up and up. No one has really looked for shortcuts.
Well, that's because when you're very talented, as are these 2 individuals, you hopefully don't have to take those shortcuts.